Welcome to Badminton Weekly with me, Jasmine Lim. We start with the San China Limited Macau Open, where Matthias Christiansen and Alexander Bøje defied expectations to secure a Super 300 title. Christiansen, who returned after serving a one-year ban, reunites with Bøje for his first competitive tournament. Despite not playing together since the 2024 Yonex Canada Open, the Danish pair beat two top seeds before winning an unexpected title in Macau.
I've been looking forward a whole year to compete again, so just being back was extremely nice, playing the first match, and now we're here with a win that's surreal actually. We never expected this at all, but we've just been playing better and better and taking one match at a time, and I mean, we can't believe that we are the winners here actually.
It's our first tournament in over a year, so I think right now we are like unranked on the world ranking, so we definitely not expected to win this tournament when we started it, but we are so happy and proud that we could deliver a title this week. I feel very happy to have him back on court. It's so nice to be back together on court, and yeah, I'm really proud of him, and I'm happy with the game.
The former world number 8's most impressive victory came in the semi-finals against Cheng Tang-Tie and To Yi-wei, where they had to battle from a game down to knock out the number 1 seeds. And Ashwini Punappa believes that win was key for the Danish pair's success at the Macau Open.
I think for me, the key factor in that semi-finals match against the world number 3 was the fact that they were relentless. Couldn't really find the gap, and for me, when I watched that match, it felt like Matthias has been training for singles the last 1 year. He's not been a part of the national camp due to his ban, but he has been training at the Petergate Academy. And strangely for me, when I watched that match, I felt like he moves like a singles player. He didn't really leave any gaps. And of course, Alexander supported him really well, taking the right shots and making way for him to cover her at the right moments. They had a very strong second and third game, almost like them dictating the entire match, and a lot to do with the fact that they seem very confident. They're playing against a pair who's hungry to do well, who had a break, and who aren't giving you any opportunity to get easy points. And that showed in that match because they went for every single shot. When you're playing doubles, it's not just one person, so it's for the two of them. And to come back exactly a year after having reached the finals of the Canada Open, where they lost to their teammates in the finals, this is definitely going to be a very sweet win for them because they've waited that entire year. They have been patient, they've been working really hard, and kind of showed. I wouldn't say the results would make amends because, I mean, the Olympics is the Olympics, and having had to miss the Olympics at the nth minute is not something that you can get over. But I guess the two of them have been in it together, and even though they won this tournament, I don't think it makes amends, but it definitely shows that they've been patient, they've been by each other's side, and they've stuck together, and it's a good feeling to like get through the storm, and this win exactly does that because it's a good fresh start and gives them that confidence that they're still a top pair, and that 1 year break that they've had hasn't changed too many things.
In the men's doubles, Junaidi Arif and Roy King Yap earned their first ever HSBC BWF World Tour title by defeating the number 1 seeds Sabar Karyaman Gautama and Mohammad Reza Pahlavi Isfahani. However, according to BWF commentator Shazad Haq, the Malaysian pair was not the only one who impressed at the Super 300 event.
I think it's pretty obvious the first person that stands out is Chen Yufei. She came in here as the top seed at the Macau Open 2025, and she certainly lived up to those expectations. She had a tricky match earlier in the tournament with Go from Malaysia, and then in the semi-final, she was pushed in the second game. The conditions here are quite tricky, and on the drifty end, she was 7-13 down, and she battled back. She come through those tricky conditions and showed what a great player she is. And I've been really impressed with her determination, her grit. You know, she's been out of the game for quite some time, and to come back here, I think, in the way that she has been great. Prior to this tournament, she'd had 3 tournaments in a row where she had not hit a semi-final. That's her worst run since the end of 2018. Now for someone like Chen Yufei, that's quite strange. So for her to go much further in this tournament bodes really well for her ahead of the World Championships. Now the other one I want to pick is Alwi Farhan at the start of his career. So that's a very different trajectory for him. After winning the World Junior Championships, there's been a lot of hopes for him. This is his breakout year. Now he did very well in Macau last year. He got to the semi-final. He's never hit a Super 300 or above final. So for him to advance so well here, I think is great for him. He is the only singles player I've seen here who was not troubled by the conditions. Alwi Farhan, he's certainly one to watch out for in the future.
2025 has been a stop-start season for Chirag Shetty and Satwiksairaj Rankireddy. The Indian shuttlers are struggling to achieve consistency after facing challenges that are largely outside their control. Despite those setbacks, the pair managed 4 semi-final appearances, and Jeff Thill highlights why the former world number ones are still a threat in the upcoming World Championships.
Shetty and Rankireddy, they've shown some serious grit this year. Even though they've only played about 10 tournaments, they've had to deal with personal challenges like Rankireddy's father passing and Shetty's back injury, and they still managed to reach 4 semi-finals in the Malaysia Open, the India Open, the Singapore Open, and then more recently the China Open. And that's absolutely no small feat, especially with the depth and the quality of the men's doubles event. Their ability to push through and compete at such a high level, even when they're not playing their best, just shows how resilient and how strong they are. Like Rankireddy has said, they're on the right track to where they need to be. They just need to play more to get more rhythm. And it's really inspiring to see them keep fighting despite everything that life has thrown at them. These guys are an absolute powerhouse when they're on. First of all, their awareness in the service situation, so that's the first 3 shots in the rally, that can be a real strength for them when they're playing well. And at the Singapore Open, we saw them take down the world number ones at the time, that was Go and Nur Izzadin from Malaysia. Now the formation of Rankireddy just raining down those vicious attacking smashes from the backcourt, and then Shetty being able to intercept at the front and midcourt really shines through when they're playing at their best. They're also able to counter-attack really well from defensive positions too, and they're always looking to get the initiative in each point rather than just being content defending or playing too passively, and that's what makes them such an exciting pair to watch. Injuries have definitely thrown a wrench in their game, especially for this year. Look, Shetty's back injury after the All England forced basically a 2-month break where they weren't on court much at all. And then Rankireddy's also mentioned that they haven't played without any niggles for the entire year, and their focus is just to get healthy. I think that lack of consistent court time has disrupted their rhythm on court. And the rhythm is so critical in men's doubles, where the timing and being in sync with your partner are everything. They're the make or the break, because men's doubles is such a high-paced game. Just being a split second off or being slightly late to a shot can make such a huge difference. And having less time on court also means that their level is harder to maintain across a whole tournament, which runs for a whole week, because they have to play at that high level day after day. So you might be able to play well for a few matches, but to really bring that into the semi-final and final days later in the week, I think that requires a real strong base of training. You can't just do that just randomly. Shetty, we know how good he is at the front and mid-court, and the back injury makes him a little bit less mobile and fluid. So he can't reach and can't intercept as much in the front and mid-court, which is a real disadvantage to them, because usually when he can do that, he takes a lot of time away from his opponents and forces them into error. So if they can stay healthy, they can get back to their rhythm, play their aggressive style game and dominate in those service situations, then I do think that they can go deep into the World Championships tournament. But on the other hand, if they aren't playing quite at that higher level, with the men's doubles event being so competitive, we could also see an early exit from them as well. But only time will tell, and on a big stage like the World Championships, anything can happen.
Kong Hee-young split ways with a 6-year partner Kim So-young to pair up with Kim Hye-jong in November last year. Hee-young and Hye-jong played briefly in 2019 but never won a title during their short spell together. This time, the new Kim-Kong pairing surprised everyone by winning the Korea Masters on their debut and securing 3 more titles in 2025.
Good shot. There's the drive defence again I was talking about. And the 34-year wait is over for a Korean pair to win the women's doubles title here at the Singapore Open.
혜정이랑 왜냐면 주니어 때도 한 적이 있었거든요. 그래서 이제는 아예 성인이 되어서는 파트너로 계속 할 수 있다는 거에 또 여기서는 어떨까라는 생각이 들면서 그냥 좀 이렇게 같이 하는 모습을 그려지면서 열심히 해봐야겠다 이런 마음이 들었던 것 같아요.
기대 잘 못했고요. 근데 하다 보니까 뭔가 더 잘 맞춰지고 그리고 플레이 스타일이 좀 비슷하다 보니까 추구하는 스타일이 좀 비슷하다 보니까 좀 그런 방향이 잘 맞아서 좋은 결과, 성적 이런 게 있었다고 생각 들어요.
네, 저는 아무래도 언니랑 하다가 후배랑 하니까 뭔가 이제 제가 이끌어줘야 한다고 다들 생각하시기도 하고 그렇게 보시기도 하는데 뒤에 후위를 하는 선수이다 보니까 앞에서 혜정이가 만들어주면 뒤에서 뭔가 받쳐주는 그런 역할을 제가 해야 한다고 생각해서 그냥 혜정이가 뭘 하든 거기서 그냥 받쳐주자 이런 생각으로 하는 것 같아요.
방금 언니가 얘기했다시피 언니가 뒤에서 많이 이렇게 서포트 해주니까 저는 앞에 이제 이렇게 중간에 왔을 때 그냥 저는 앞으로 들어가고 언니가 이제 해주는 거를 바탕으로 그래서 뒤에 볼이 많이 왔을 때 언니한테 많이 의지를 하죠. 의지를 하고 저는 이제 네트를 이렇게 상대를 보면서 이렇게 플레이를 만드는 그런 이렇게 의지를 하는 거는 이제 공을 많이 언니한테 넘기고 토스하고 저는 그리고 이제 경기 뛸 때 제가 조금 빨라지는 그런 게 있는데 그럴 때 언니한테 많이 컴다운 시켜달라고 의지를 많이 하는 것 같아요.
그러니까 준결에서 이기고 결승 무대에 갔을 때 일단 그 중국 선수들이랑 했는데 조금 더 팽팽하게 가져가서 저희 걸 다 해보고 졌으면 좋았을 텐데 뭔가 첫 세트 제 기억으로는 첫 세트는 조금 별로 쉽게 졌던 것 같은데 조금 더 저의 플레이를 해보고 다 해보고 졌으면 그래도 조금 후회를 덜 했을 텐데 그런 점이 조금 아쉬웠던 것 같아요. 조금의 실수를 좀 줄여서 했던 거.
제가 한 번밖에 출전을 안 해봤지만 이제 언니랑 하는 파트너로서 처음으로 같이 우승 파트너가 된다면 너무 영광으로 생각하고 있고 꼭 한번 그렇게 해보고 싶어요. 그게 이번이 됐으면 좋겠어요.
파이팅!
That's it for the show. Join us next week as our panel of experts discuss the highly anticipated TotalEnergies BWF World Championship at the end of this month. Before we go, Badminton Weekly would like to congratulate Go Zifei on his marriage to his fiancée, Yeong over the weekend. And also a huge congratulations to Hwang Ya-tyung and Louis Chen. The couple registered their marriage exactly a year after Louis proposed to Ya-tyung at the Paris Olympics. Wishing them a happy and blissful marriage. See you next week.